Yo, what's up everybody and good evening. What's up guys? Good evening. Welcome back to another live charting session by Investagrams. And ayun, kamusta? Shout out to our early viewers, Erickson, good evening, and Miss Sandra, good evening. Guys, quick help. Please comment down below if rinig ako, di naman lag. Yung background music, hindi masyadong malakas. As always, we'll appreciate your inputs doon para maayos yung stream natin. So, this week's live session, medyo iba siya. We won't be going through all the different markets, but we want to zone in into one major market, of course. That's something that a lot of us trade. That's the crypto market, no? And I won't be alone. I'll be alone at the start. Unfortunately, Berio cannot join us tonight kasi nag-brown out sa nila last ng ulan. Pero ayun, he's with us in spirit. So, andyan lang naman si Bear, naka-mobile data. So, Boss Patrick, good evening. As always, thank you for being here. Q Lopez, good evening. What's up, guys? So, yun. So, our agenda for today is I'll start with a quick, charting session na focus sa crypto markets. Just a few charts. And then, after that, I'm going to be joined by Miss Jen Bilango. If you guys are part of yung Investa Prime Elite subscribers natin, she was one of our speakers a few months ago sa Elite webinar, and she will join me here to do a market outlook sa overall crypto market and we'll do a quick demo on Coins Pro, one of their premier platform, right? So game, let's start. Let me just share my screen para sa charts. Guys, medyo umuulan dito sa amin. Pa-comment ka pag rinig yung ulan. Pero wala na yun ako magagawa eh. Pero, ayun, just let me know. But hopefully, hindi siya masyadong rinig. So, let me just share my screen. We'll do a quick charting session for crypto. Wait lang. So guys, by the way, ngayon, dahil wala si Berio, ako din yung back-end, ako din mag-chart. So, please bear with me pag medyo bagal yung mga transition. So, game. Siguro we can start, of course, with the major token, CC Bitcoin. Right. So, wait lang. One moment. Okay. Ayan, game. So, guys, feel free to comment down below if you have any chart requests as well. So, Coffee Bean Guy, what's up? Good evening. Right. And by the way, sorry, last na. Sobrang generous ni Coins. Right. We'll actually also be giving away, right, 5,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin. So, 5 winners, tagwo 1K. Right? And all you have to do is react to the stream, share it, make sure naka-public yung profile mo. Instructions are in the caption. Diba? And then we'll be doing a wheel later, na randomizer ng mga names. So, 5 winners na tag 1,000 pesos. All you have to do is share the stream. So, thank you, Coins.pH, for your generosity para sa Investagrams community. Okay, game. So, siguro we'll start with Bitcoin. No? So, a level we've been highlighting over the past few weeks, syempre itong 5,000 level. Right? And ako, si Berrios, yung previous guest namin, si Dan, and si Trader Krios, we've all been looking at this level. Last week, medyo nag-overshoot siya below. Medyo nag-fake breakdown, pero bumawi din kaagad. So, kung technicals ang titignan natin, parang potential bear trap setup, diba? So, nag-shake out. And if you guys have read the books of people like Mark Minervini, How to Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard, usually prior to a strong move higher, they like to see parang shakeouts, diba? Yung mga weak holders na papakat on breakdowns of major support levels. Tapos sinasalo siya ng mga institutional buyers. Though I'm not saying na ito yung nangyari dito, but it's a possibility. Right? Although hindi pa rin ako masyadong convinced, right? Pagdating sa potential rally sa Bitcoin. Kasi maraming overhead supply yan dito. The last time it spiked higher. Maraming nadali dyan. So potentially there can be a lot of overhead supply which can act as another level of resistance. No? And kailangan malakas talaga yung demand to bring it higher. But if we're going to look at maybe this bigger base, ito talaga, if you want to see a potential trend higher sa Bitcoin, it needs to break above yung 32,000 levels. Right? Tapos kung technical lang, diba, I noticed, although this is a lagging indicator, yung EMA 50 has already crossed below yung EMA 100. Right? So that's a bearish signal. So if we look at the last time that happened, so yung blue, yun yung EMA 50. It was around this level just right after it made a new all-time high, right? And then it proceeded to crash, di ba? So, it's the first time na nangyari siya dito in its entire run up here. So, another potential, di ba, bearish signal. Right? Pero, I guess, a catalyst na medyo interesting, I'll probably focus yung discussion ko more on Bitcoin. Yung isang interesting is, yung Bitcoin halving is happening next year, if I'm not mistaken, April or May. Right? So, ano ba yung Bitcoin halving? For those who don't know, it's event siya that happens, if I'm not mistaken, every 4 years, where yung reward sa pag-mine ng Bitcoin transaction, nakakat siya into half. Right? So yung halvings, it reduces the rate ng parang ng pagpo-produce ng Bitcoin. So, nabababa yung available amount of supply in the market, no? Paki-chart po ng... Wait, ano nangyari? Sorry. Let me just check the comments. Pa-share yung chart. Yeah, so I think, kita naman yung chart, no? Ayun, okay. So, game, continue ko lang yung discussion. So, yung sa Bitcoin halving, so it happens every 4 years. And if we look at the previous times na nagka-Bitcoin halving. Guys, sorry, di ko makita yung comments habang nag-chart ako kasi ako yung back-end, ako din yung nag-chart. So, the first one happened in sometime November 2012, no? So, plot ko lang sa chart. So, November 2012. Sabihin natin somewhere. I forgot the exact date. And the second one happened in July 2016. July 2016. So, somewhere around there. And then the third one happened in May 11, May 11, 2020. So, basta May 2020. So, yung importance of knowing this, well, if you guys learn from people like Ray Dalio, di ba, kasi usually markets move in cycles, right? And usually when something happens in the markets today, mayroon past precedent yan, no? We can take a look at the past to see if something similar happened before, and that's what happened. And yung Bitcoin halving, it happens every 4 years. So here we see it made a big run up. So approximately mga 9,000% yun noong 2016, went up mga 3,000-ish. I think overshoot yun. I think saktong 3,000 lang. Pero yan, approximate lang. Pero you guys get the picture. Usually tuwing nagkaka-Bitcoin halving, yung nangyayari is it's followed by a bull run. Although we can't say if it's just a coincidence or if ito talaga yung catalyst. Kasi at the same time, nung 2012, during the halving ng 2012, it was also accompanied by quantitative easing by the Fed, no? And same with 2020, right? So may QE yan nakasama. So although those two may have coupled together to be the catalyst for the bull run, although noong 2016, nung bull run ng 2017, walang QE yun. Pero interesting to note lang, no, na the halving is happening on next year, Q1 2024. Right? Although, parang yung issue lang dito pagdating sa halving is every time na nangyayari siya, well, di naman siya issue, pero kung may bull run. But yung issue is, o yung concern, o yung fact is, lumiliit yung percentage gain every time na nangyayari siya. So, from about 9,000%, 3,000%, tas yung most recent, mga 700%. So, parang yun yung pattern na nangyayari. Right? Pero again, guys, di ko sinasabi na because may halving nang nangyayari next year, puputok na yung Bitcoin or yung crypto market. But it's something na we should keep an eye on as a potential catalyst, right? Other potential catalysts, let's say, if ma-implement na yung Bitcoin ETF, diba? Kasi there's gonna be more institutional funds flooding into the crypto space if meron ng ETF. So that's something na we can also wait for, no? Pero kung bearish case naman, and of course, di lang pwede puro positive, no? There also has to be a bearish case, no? What can happen on the downside? So, kung technicals lang, parang overall, downtrending, meron lang counter rally, pero medyo alanganin na. I mentioned a while ago, the technicals, EMA 50 is already below EMA 100. Both moving averages are pointing lower. Sana hindi rinig yung ulan. As sabi ni Berio, right, na bad sign yun if the moving averages are pointing lower. and andun na sa key support level. Nag-test na pero bumawi naman. And if you look at things like US inflation, July was 3%, June was 3%, July was 3.2%. Then recently reported August was I think 3.7%. No? So obviously that's a bad sign that could potentially lead to more tightening by the Fed. Diba? And if the Fed continues to tighten, that's bad for risk assets like cryptocurrency. No, so that's a potential bearish case din. And again, the technicals lang, and medyo alanganin pa siya. Right? So those are a few things I'm looking at. Parang as traders, dapat, syempre, you understand what the upside is and you also understand diba, yung narrative for a potential downside. So yun yung tinitignan ko pagdating sa crypto. So potential halving happening on sometime next year, April. And then, of course, I'm keeping an eye on the support level at 25K. If it breaks below that, I would probably try to see if it can hold somewhere around dito na sa may 20 na area, medyo malalim na. So, not really in a rush to get a position here if ever. No? So, okay, that's for Bitcoin. Sana mapili. Teka, tignan ko lang yung comments. Good evening. Sana mapili. Guys, para mapili dun sa winners para sa 1K worth of Bitcoin from Coins, just feel free to just share the stream. Right? All right. And you also place a comment in the comment section. No, if you guys want to, of course, open an account with Coins, you can do that. There's a link to help you with that in the comment section. So may ano pa? 20% off on all trading fees. So, check nyo na lang yun. So, next, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, medyo similar din yung chart sa Bitcoin, pero mas malinis kasi tignan yung Bitcoin eh. So, hindi ko na masyado tinitignan si Ethereum. So, pero medyo similar din yung narrative. Kung yung shorter term lang na movement titignan mo, EMA 50 already below EMA 100, which is a bad sign. And then, nag-breakdown pero bumawi, right? So again, potential bear trap na setup. So lagi yan dinidiscuss ni Bear na merong shakeout, di ba? And then merong potential run-up after. Although kung masa-sustain siya for a higher move or kung minor bounce lang, that's what we have yet to see. So that's for Ethereum. And then merong mga interesting tokens din na medyo malalakas recently. I got these from the Investa Pro screener nung chinek ko kanina. You take a look at charts like BLZ. So, trending higher, although medyo choppy siya. So, something I probably wouldn't trade. Ito, medyo interesting. Maker. So, parang setup-wise, maganda siya. So, bottoming out, nag-hold above EMA 100. And then, ayan. So, if it breaks above itong 1,300 level, meron kang potential spike or potential upside towards 2,000. Somewhere around here. So, mas bigger picture na move, no? So, syempre, if mag-rally si Bitcoin, if bear trap nga talaga yung nangyari. So, this is one of the tokens na potentially pwede mo rin tignan. So, medyo interesting yung setup. So, again, nakita ko to dun sa Investa Pro screener. It's one of the screeners na we have. Another interesting one is Rune. So guys, pinapakita ko lang yung mga malalakas kasi parang ito yung mga may setup eh. Kasi marami din tokens na Shiba Inu na parang wala naman nangyayari. So, we'll go over yung mga may potential. Rune. Rune, another strong token. Trying to break above the resistance here. Although at this point, I probably wouldn't chase it, no? Even if it does break out above. Mas pipiliin ko, let's say, if it probably forms a base here prior to breaking higher, or if it breaks out higher, then forms some sort of high tide flag. So I never want to chase, especially pagdating sa crypto and the market environment we're in. Diba? So, ayun. Hindi ko masyadong hahabulin. Pero this is something na one of the stronger tokens out there. So yan, inline yung resistance here. Then if mag-break out, potentially meron kang target dito sa may tres. So that's for Rune. And very interesting din kasi yung volume activity niya. Ito yung lagi kong, I mean, over the few years, ito lagi ko sinishare. I always look for charts that after a significant run-up, merong consolidation. At the same time, volume's also decreasing. Because that shows na there's little supply coming into the market, konti lang yung sellers. And if demand comes in, it can potentially push prices higher. You know? And it's holding above EMA 50, which is always a good sign to see. The asset moved higher. Kita mo, the volume also accompanied it, right? So that's something I always like to see. Another interesting one is INJ. So ito injective protocol. Medyo similar yung may line na pala. Medyo similar yung setup niya kay Maker. Although mas maganda yung setup ni Maker. Kasi it's already closer to the resistance level. Si INJ medyo nag-fade. Pero hindi pa naman patay yung setup. Pero I wouldn't rush to get into this until maybe it goes back higher towards the 9 area. Pero another one of the stronger names out there, si INJ. And relatively, mas malapit to sa all-time high. Dun pala. So I would keep an eye on that. Okay, teka, balikan lang natin yung comments. Oops. Teka. Test. Teka, sorry. Oh, shoot. Guys, live pa ba? Sorry, nawala yung internet. Teka. Ayun. Teka. Test. Sorry guys. Nawala yung internet dun sa laptop ko. Clear, pa-comment na lang if ongoing pa yung live sa inyo. My bad. Ayun, I think kita naman. Pa-comment na lang if bumalik na yung chart. Yan, so I think bumalik na naman. Sige. Ayun, live pa, sorry. Live pa the whole time ako. Yung laptop ko pala yung na-disconnect. So, ako pala yung, natira pala yung mukha ko. Anyway, so siguro I'll do last 2 charts and then I'll bring on Jen to the stream afterwards, no? Okay. Alright, so that's for INJ. Another interesting name recently, TRB. So by the way guys, if gusto mo makita na madali mga malalakas na charts sa crypto market, teka pa ito sa inyo. So let me just show you ano yung ginagawa ko para mas mapadali. Stop ko lang yung share screen ko for a while. Ito yung tinitignan ko. Besides yung pro screener, pwede mo rin makita dito sorry, I can only share one screen at a time. Pero ito yung Prime Analytics. So dito sa Prime Analytics, you can take a look at all of the markets. So siyempre, crypto market tayo ngayon. You can take a look at the market health, the market signals. And I usually just check here, no? Ito na yung parang watch list ko ng mga malalakas na names. So, and then tinitignan ko na lang yung chart. It saves me a lot of time, especially ngayon, we're setting up the Investa Summit, dami nangyayari. So this definitely helps me set everything up much faster, no? So let me so yung number 1 dun sa list was TRB. So share ko lang yung screen. TRB. So okay lang. One of the stronger names, pero already approaching resistance. So again, one of the things I don't want to do, especially in the market environment we're in, is to chase any price na or chase prices lalo na if walang base or I don't have an initial position prior to the run up. Although maraming kasing gantong names sa mga altcoins sa crypto na nagsa-spike tapos nag-fade. So relatively mas higher risk i-trade yung mga to, especially if you're just relying on the daily time frame. So yung pwede dito, ma-microhin mo. Pwede mo tignan sa hourly time frame, sa 4 hours. So kailangan mo mag-intraday. No, so the thing with TRB now, andun na sa resistance. So you can potentially, and alasan mo run up. Right? From the breakout, already went up almost 200%. So one of the things you can look at now, andun na sa resistance, expect na merong profit taking. And then if malakas talaga siya, or if you feel like na potentially it can continue to break out higher, diba? Pwede mo i-trade yung range na to. So ideally, sa hourly time frame, mag-hold above siya sa EMA 100. Pag breakdown na yan below that, I probably wouldn't touch this anymore. Pero if mag-base siya at this level, diba, and mag-break out higher, edi may potential upside pa. Right? Pagdating sa TRB. So, let me do one last chart. And then, I would like to bring on to the stream, of course, our guest for tonight, si Miss Jen, the country head ng Coins.ph. So, ito, meron request from the audience, si Boss Allen. So, Boss Allen. Ay, ba't ko tinype yung Allen? Sorry. So, CFX. Well, wala, medyo lats to for me. So, ayan, sige, tamahan ko yung log chart. So, kasi pag i-trade daw ng crypto, naka-logarithmic. Pero, probably something I wouldn't touch now. Overall, in the short, medium term, downtrending. Medyo nag-stabilize na. Pero for me, as long as prices are below EMA 50, EMA 100, usually I tend to avoid those names. Focus na lang sa mga mas malalakas. Tapos siguro one last chart and then I'll bring on Miss Jen into the stream. We can take a look at the request ni Marlo. So, Cardano, Ada. So, wala. Medyo lats. Although, merong potential bounce if you're gonna look at this level. Diba? Nandun na sa pinaka-support niya. And I think all-time low ba yan? Ayun, malayo pa pala. Pero ayan yung potential potential bounce level mo. Pero again, I'm not really one to trade this kasi relative to the upside, masyadong parang hindi siya optimal setup, at least for the way I trade. Yung mga setups na gusto ko, yung mga similar doon kay Rune, kay Maker, yung mga mas malalakas relative doon sa trend na nangyayari in majority of the coins. I want to focus on those that are beating, 'di ba, yung negative sentiment. So that's for Cardano. So ayan, so Miss Jen, if you're ready, I would like to bring you on to the stream. So alright, so that's for Cardano, guys. That's our quick charting session para sa crypto market. If you guys missed out sa start, I did a quick talk on yung BTC tsaka yung halving, may replay naman to. So again, before I bring in Miss Jen to the stream, guys, don't forget to share the stream, because we're gonna be giving away 5,000 pesos worth of BTC at the end of this stream. So okay, let me just take out my chart. So guys, for our next segment dito sa live charting session natin, now we're actually gonna go to do an even deeper dive pagdating sa crypto market, and who better to do it than the country head of Coins.ph. I'll be bringing you on to the stream now, Miss Jen. Miss Jen, good evening.
Good evening, Toma, and mga ka-Investa. Thank you for having me.
Yun. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Jen. Miss Jen, for maybe the benefit of those who are just seeing you for the first time, hindi nakapag-attend nung Elite webinar, could you give a quick introduction about yourself, how long you've been in the markets?
Sure. So I'm Jen Bilango. I'm the Country Manager for Coins. I joined Coins this year, but I've been in the crypto space for quite some time now. So I've been before that I was an investment banker. So I was always been from TradFi. I've always been skeptical about crypto. But when I learned more about it, from skeptic to a believer, no. So I think this is a good. This actually your audience, Toma, is quite an interesting one because it's a mix, no, of people who are in the financial markets, but we'd like to give them a view as well on the crypto side, no. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's been an interesting journey, a lot of ups and downs together with the market, but obviously we are all believers of the technology and what it can offer to us, no.
Yun. So thanks for that, Miss Jen. So, ma'am, whenever you're ready, I'd like to give you the floor. I know a lot of people here are looking forward to sa market outlook mo pagdating sa crypto. So whenever you're ready, please feel free to share your screen.
Sige. Just like you, Toma, I'm also my own
Back-end person.
So I'll be sharing my screen. Let me know if visible, and then after I start. Sorry, I was doing a quick check. Okay.
Oops, teka lang. Let me just take that out. There we go. Yun. So, Ms. Jen, I'll give the floor to you.
Okay. So we'll do a deep dive on the crypto market. Before I kick off, so good evening, everyone. So just like with most of the seminars I conduct, I'll start with a very, very quick history of crypto, and then afterwards I'll go into the current state. So ang numbers natin dito up until September 13th of the volumes, etc. Plus where we are, and then some macro trends. Toma touched on that early on, but I'll be sharing more details around that. And then lastly, I'll also be sharing Coins Pro, which is one of the products that I think will be very interesting to the audience for tonight. Okay, so let's start. Sige, this is more the short history of cryptocurrency. I think what we always miss in these types of discussions is where it really started and what's the technology behind cryptocurrency. So I won't go through each line item, but what I wanted to highlight here is Bitcoin is a product of blockchain. So it's a cryptocurrency that's a coin that is native to a blockchain, and it's a reward that you get when you validate a transaction on the chain. And it's actually the first one to solve the Byzantine problem. If you're a computer science, it's quite interesting. So basically, it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash, no boundaries. Cannot censor whoever. It's permissionless, so anyone can participate. So that is actually quite a revelation. And then from then on, what happened was it revolutionized how we set up payments, and then over time, there were a lot of use cases that were built because of this technology. One of which is Ethereum. So pinakita sa inyo ni Toma around Ethereum. But the key takeaway here is that the underlying technology is blockchain that created this whole ecosystem that we have. No? All right. I also came from a traditional finance background, and I read up a lot on the use cases of crypto. So these are all familiar faces to TradFi people, and they all have different views, around cryptocurrencies. I've highlighted the 4 ones that are contrasting as well. Ray Dalio, nabanggit rin ni Towa, about the macro. So Ray Dalio, actually, his perspective around Bitcoin, it succeeded in crossing the line from a speculative idea to a store of value. So the question now is not a matter of is it trustworthy, but it's a matter of supply and demand. And that's an important key takeaway here, because I will be discussing supply and demand later on about the cryptocurrency landscape. And then see Paul Tudor Jones. If you guys are familiar with Paul Tudor Jones, he correctly predicted almost all of the market crashes. And JP also said that Bitcoin, in terms of store of value, has been the preferred store of value over gold at one moment, and it's winning the race against gold. I'm a big fan of Warren Buffett, so we cannot have a discussion about financial stalwart without him. Obviously, if you're a value investor, you don't see much value. So hence, you don't see much yield from the trade itself, right? So it's more on the price action. And therefore, if you're a value investor, you cannot calculate it based on discounted cash flow, DCF, and it doesn't produce anything. You're generally skeptic about Bitcoin and any other tokens / cryptocurrency. So definitely, if you're a value investor, you would dismiss it altogether. Um, JP, Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, he is a skeptic. Albeit the company itself that he works in, JP Morgan, they have their own blockchain, enterprise blockchain, and they are using it already to some transactions. So this one is a case wherein, personally, I think it's in his personal perspective. He's not into the space, but the company sees the use case of it, JP Morgan. And then Oak Tree Capital, the founder of Oak Tree Capital. So again, he's also on the fence. But what he's saying here is quite interesting. It's now a supply and demand question, and if you're looking at tokens, you focus on the use case. So if it's purely a coin, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, those that are native to a chain, you look at the supply and demand. Therefore, probably a technical analysis would make sense. No? So you understand supply and demand. But if you look at tokens or other currencies, which focuses more on the use cases, the likes of Ethereum, GameFi tokens, the utility. So you use it for utility. That in itself would have a broader discussion on why things move depending on the features that we release. So that's on another thing that framework that everyone should have about crypto. It's either a supply and demand question, but if it's a use case, if it's a utility, you look at the use case. So that's on two things that you have to have in terms of framework. Now, in terms of the Philippines, I won't. This is actually quite interesting. We are always ranking in terms of top 5 for currency, blockchain or cryptocurrency adoption. In Southeast Asia, we've seen that during the recent bull market, where a lot of the players, GameFi players, were Filipinos, and usage of certain wallets, were reaching its peak. That because of the Philippine market. All right. So going into the landscape, it's quite overwhelming, but I'll go through each chart one by one. So you'll just see here that the cryptocurrency market is still dominated by 2 tokens. So these are your blue chip tokens or coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So and then all the other tokens and belong here. During we had at one point more than a 1 trillion market cap. We hover around 1 trillion market cap. Actually, during the bull market, it was almost double. But for Bitcoin. But now, relatively, the market has been sideways starting January this year. It was brought by majority of macro forces. So interest rates going up. Therefore, in international markets, interest rates are your gravity. It pulls everything down. Crypto is still under the bucket of alternative assets, right? So if guaranteed yields from Treasury are higher, if you're a financial manager, if you're managing a portfolio, you would tend to skew towards, you tend to move your funds to guaranteed assets, and therefore the cost of leverage plus what you're missing out, the cost of money is quite expensive. So alternative assets during a environment wherein the Fed or any central bank controls their money supply, you would see it go down or continue the sideways trend. On the digital asset, no, so blockchain has a lot of use cases. One of which is it allows us to facilitate payments. So, for example, it's one of the biggest advancement in the crypto scene is the institutionalization of or the introduction of stable coins, meaning one USDT or whatever stable coin represents one fiat, right? One fiat. So in the case of USDT, it's one USD, $1, right? That not all stable coins are created equal. Obviously, some of them blew up last year. These are variations of stable coins. But in essence, stable coins are very important because of two things. It facilitates trade, so it has always been fiat stable coins backed by fiat are usually the trading pairs of a lot of these tokens. So it introduced stability vis-a-vis the market. No, so historically, USDT has been the most used trading pair, stablecoin trading pair, and I'll show you later in the slides in terms of the market penetration of USDT. These stable coins are usually audited, and this facilitates trade. Second, it also facilitates payment, right? So when you on ramp or off ramp, meaning it removes volatility. So when you have $1, you can exchange it with one stable coin, right? So those are the two main uses of stable coins. So in terms of market cap, they have about 120 billion dollars. Value transfer coins, these are your BTCs, meaning you just exchange it for how it's worth, what it's worth, so for what it's worth. Smart contract platforms, so these are anything that's under the purview of Ethereum or any blockchain that processes or enables smart contracts. I won't go into the details of smart contracts, but I think, right. Can you hear me now? I think my PowerPoint lagged a bit. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So in terms of so specialized coins, I won't go through that as well, but these are your coins that have a lot of use cases. No? And then metaverse. These are interesting tokens that dabbles into augmented reality or anything that's related to GameFi. And then in terms of market capitalization, digital currencies still comprise majority. So these are again in terms of trade. These are your stable coins, BTC, etc. So in that bucket, we consider them digital currencies. So that's the variation. Option snapshots. Those who are follow the options as well. This is an overview as of September 13. Calls is 5.3 billion. Puts is 2.7. For demand, it's 3.8, and then puts are at 1.3. Okay, so going into the market cap, this just shows the average, the max, the minimum market caps of high value tokens. So these are your top 10 tokens. BTC is still at the top, comprising of around $500 billion in market cap, with ETH at the very half the almost more than half the BTC market cap, and then all the others quite self-explanatory: XRP, ADA, Link, CRO, LTC, Litecoin, Uniswap, BCH, and FTT. Free float market cap. So this is your sum USDT value of the free float supply, meaning these are not staked. So staking means that you put it in a vault and then you allow miners to use your tokens or coins as a way for them to mine rewards, right? So basically, it's earmarked in essence. So, but free float meaning people can exchange it at any point in time. One thing that's interesting to point out here is BTC, no, um, has quite a high of has a very high free float, and almost most tokens except for XRP. You need to look at free float because two things, right? It shows you the supply that circulates in the market, and then you need to also look into which who holds the most supply. It's good if it's earmarked to miners, so it means that people are interested into improving the ecosystem. No? However, if it is if these are under the hands of the issuers, meaning yung projects themselves, then that poses the risk. You don't want to be in a situation where there's a concentration risk. So one token holder can sway the market. Sa mga large cap, hindi naman madalas yan. But, just something to think about. Free float is an important concept for cryptocurrency because it gives you an idea of who holds the most supply. Is it under the market? Therefore, price discovery is there. If the free float is majority, more than majority of the tokens released, it helps you know that there's already a price discovery. But if free float is less than 50%, and all of the what's remaining is under the issuers, then you have risk of the projects dumping on their buyers on the retail side. So crypto market cycles, no. Bitcoin, because we know the supply already, it's 21 million. We will only 21, and that's encoded into the program. That's encoded already into the blockchain. There is a fixed amount of Bitcoin that will ever be minted or mined. That gives you the other side of the equation, right? If you want to get the price, it's a function of supply and demand. So therefore, all you need to do now is understand the demand for Bitcoin and those tokens with fixed amount of supply. Historically, in terms of markets, because Bitcoin empirically has been the gravity naman in cryptocurrency, because a lot of people hold Bitcoin, and then if Bitcoin rallies up, it gives them more liquidity to trade other coins. So it also ramps up trading activity. So we always monitor Bitcoin prices, and one of the most important event for Bitcoin is Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving is important concept wherein the block rewards are cut in half. So if you're a miner, you mine Bitcoin to validate transactions, right? And when you validate transactions, you get a reward. It started at around 50, and then every 4 years. And the reason why it's every 4 years is because when you mine around 210,000 Bitcoin, that's the code that's embedded into the Bitcoin blockchain. And then usually, if you compute it, on average, it takes about 9 or 10 minutes to validate the transaction. So if you need 210 blocks for you to have the rewards, and it takes about 9 minutes, you can calculate it. So I put it here. It's about 1,409 days to get into that 210,000. So actually, it's a derivation of the code. But in essence, every 4 years, that's where it fits based on historical data. The Bitcoin rewards are half. Meaning, so now you know that over time, the inflation will slow down, right? Kasi konti lang yung nami-mint na Bitcoin. So, if the demand continues, so this is actually the most important thing the takeaway for this slide naman. Having directly affects the rate at which new Bitcoins enter circulation. By constraining the supply, basic economic principles suggest that if demand remains constant or increases, the price of Bitcoin is expected to increase. So, therefore, you can see that it's somehow set to some extent because your circulation will go down over time. And then if demand continues at it where it stands and the supply decreases, that's where price will go up. And next one is Bitcoin ETF. So the previous assumption is that demand will continue to stagnate or at its current state. However, there are a lot of Bitcoin ETFs, so it allows us now to have new money enter into the market. So I just highlighted certain institutions here, traditional institutions here, who want to enter into the space. So you have BlackRock, which is the biggest asset manager in the world. You also have Franklin Templeton. They have about 1.4 trillion funds that they manage, AUM, assets under management. And then you also have the smaller financial institutions racing to get ETFs. So why is this important? The reason why ETFs is important because it will now give us institutional money. So these are your pension funds, these are your government sovereign funds that would put in as their diversification strategy money into Bitcoin because they see it as a way to store value of their assets. So there will be a lot of money flowing into the ecosystem, pushing prices up. So pag na-allow na yung Bitcoin ETFs, fund managers will now have the mandate to put some assets of their portfolio into Bitcoin. And now it will be an accepted form of transaction and under the jurisdiction under the fiduciary duty of the manager to put some of the money into Bitcoin based on their strategy. But that opens the door now to institutional money. All right. Going into coins now. So reintroducing ourselves into the community. Coins has been has been in the market, has been in the crypto space since 2014. So kami yung mga OGs. And we've seen the market go up and down. And we've seen the Filipino people gain more knowledge about Web3 and crypto. We're on a mission to power the new internet with easy access to digital assets and Web3 products. We are the biggest regulated exchange in the Philippines, and we've been we've been fortunate enough to have different licenses that allows us to operate here, and offer a secure way for people to start their crypto journey. So we have 4 licenses. We have the foreign exchange, money changing, electronic money issuer, VASP, virtual asset service provider, and EPFS, so electronic payment and financial services. In essence, what we are is a safe way and a secure way because we are audited and because we are one of the players here in the Philippines that established actually and even told our regulators to help us service our consumers in a safe way. Cumulative app downloads 11 million. These are just top overview numbers. And our main product is our Coins app, our crypto super app. So our core app is built with a strong focus on UI and UX, and products and services are fully configurable across products. So we do have multi-language support. Currently we are the biggest in terms of coins that you can trade. In fact, some of the examples that Thomas shared earlier, you can buy them on Coins. We have the most number of blockchains supported. We have 9 blockchains: Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Polygon, Tron, Ronin, Ripple, Arbitrum, and then we're also in the process of working on Ordinals, Dogecoin, and Solana. Um, and then order book trading, which I will create a demo later. Web3 wallet. You can also pay bills, buy, load, and conduct QR code payments using our app. Because we're an electronic money issuer, so we have the license to be a digital wallet. Um, you can easily convert your crypto into PHP, fiat, and pay. No? So all in one app. Wallet to wallet transfer, so P2P. Home menu. So those are the key features of our app. And we also have our Coins Pro, which is our proprietary exchange solution. It's a full order book exchange built by industry veterans. So we have new owners, and they've been around for quite some time, and they were the ones who built the biggest platform, and they wanted to create a regional exchange from the Philippines. No? So this positioned us by having a full order book exchange. This positioned us in a better light compared to other competitors. And in terms of our functions and features, we have a scalable matching engine with up to 30K TPS and 99.5% uptime. Since crypto is 24/7, our order book exchange is also 24/7. We have trading API, so if you're a heavy trader, we can provide some endpoints for easy plug and trade. We also have sub account system to support multiple traders with the same organization. So if you're part of a trading group, or you have several assets and you're trying to figure out what portfolio or mix of assets work best, the sub account system is something that we can offer to you as well. We have multi-chain wallet support, and the most important thing is industry standard compliance. We follow AML tools. We are also ISO 2701 certified. Web3 wallet. So for those of you who are in the DEXs, so decentralized exchanges, our Web3 wallet is your non-custodial wallet, meaning that you can interact with dApps, decentralized application, directly from your Coins wallet. So it gives you a seamless onboarding experience by using Coins. So send your wallet balances to your Web3 wallet. And what's good thing about here is you don't need seed phrases, no? All you have to do is remember your PIN, and then you create your Web3 wallet. And then it's an easy on-ramp and off-ramp from a Web2 app into Web3 dApps and games. So if you trade on Uniswap or some of these different decentralized exchanges, and your profile, trader profile is on that, you want to trade in tokens which have a lot of price actions, and you're comfortable on that risky assets from a tokens perspective, then what we can offer is that easy onboarding experience. And we're quite happy to share that retail growth of Coins Pro has been growing. Actually, we comprise majority of the Philippine market in terms of trading volume. Top trading pairs. What's interesting in the Philippines actually is the top trading pair dito sa Pilipinas is XRP. And then second, Bitcoin, then USDT. That's my last slide. I think we can open the floor, Toma, for questions.
Yun, alright. What's up, guys? I'm back. So maybe thanks for that presentation, Miss Jen. And talking about Coins Pro, we'll be going over that as well after the quick Q&A session. So medyo maraming questions, no? But maybe I'll go through 2 questions. So we'll ask ito from Pau Alba. So Pau is asking, so I'll read it out. So regarding the crypto market, is there a huge probability of the bull market starting next year? The second part is, what are your insights on the survival of other crypto projects like Cardano, Solana, and XRP.
Yeah. Okay, not financial advice, no. But what I can say is historically, the trend is when there's a Bitcoin halving, you would expect, it's reasonable to expect crypto prices to go up because Bitcoin has always been our gravity. Bitcoin goes up, tokens goes up. But I would also say that there will be black swans. So let's not, do or expect it, but based on empirical evidence, it might. What? So I can't say for sure. Otherwise, my legal would get mad at me for giving you a futuristic financial advice that might, be dangerous. But that's what they can say on the first question. On the insights and the survival of other crypto projects like ADA, Sol, and XRP. Those types of projects, I think they would focus more on the utility, right? So it's an ecosystem play. So what does that mean? For Cardano and Sol, the survival of their token is reliant on the projects that will be utilizing their chain. Para kang ano niyan country, and you are inviting developers, you're inviting traders, you're inviting a lot of different individuals to migrate to your country. So it's reliant on that. But I think we've met with several of them, and they're very they're very developer centric, and they know what are the key milestones for their respective ecosystem. So I'd say follow the projects that build on top of them. But I think they have a very strong team. Cardano, Solana, and XRP. Is there still a huge possibility of their price rising? So ito kasi iba yung laro nito eh. There are a lot of factors that affect price if it's a ecosystem type, but utility, no. For example, there will be a project that would require users to buy Sol in order to participate. So yon, and that's kind of reliant on, and we don't have visibility on that. No? And even though there will be a ton of supply and demand, we cannot tell. Yeah.
All right. So, thanks for that, Miss Jen. Pao, thank you for your question. So, dahil maganda question mo, you're gonna be one of our winners of yung 1,000 pesos na giveaway worth of Bitcoin from Coins. No? So, we'll just be reaching out to you, or please reach out to us kung paano mo makiklaim yun. So, our next question, siguro I'll ask this one from Kink's Gift. So, yun yung name niya sa Facebook. So, given the expected increase in inflation and interest rates, along with a possible recession in the US, is it worthwhile for the BSP and other entities to push for the implementation of a CBDC at this time?
Okay. I'd say so. Only central banks can issue CBDCs, hence the name, right? Central bank digital currencies. Now, I think the current situation kasi is private institutions issue stables, right? The digital currency. So USDC is issued by Circle, USDT is issued by Tether, and those are foundations, and their balance sheet are audited on a regular basis. For central banks to issue their own CBDCs, I think more than anything, it's more on number one, tech readiness, or our our central banks understanding the repercussions. I've read something along the lines of it's just gonna be their way of providing money supply, right? And just like with any other understanding of money supply, what would be interesting for us to see is it will also be part and parcel affected by inflation and interest rates, because it's part of the toolkit of any central bank. It's just them allowing or utilizing blockchain. I'd say for the case of the Philippines, CBDCs is very interesting because Um, Cost of transferring money is still expensive because of the traditional payment rails, right? We live in an archipelago, so any form of digital currencies and the government embracing this would be would help us address that concern, domestic and international flow of money.
Yun. Okay, so thank you for that, Miss Jen. King's Gift, thank you for that interesting question. Again, you're gonna be one of our winners of the 1,000 pesos na worth of BTC from Coins. So please message us or we'll reach out to you then on how you can claim that. So right now, Miss Jen, in your presentation, you talked about Coins Pro. I think now would be a great time maybe to show our audience, the Investa community, about how Coin Pro works and what they can do on the platform.
Yes. Okay. So, can you see my screen? Parang hati siya. There we go. Okay. So, actually, in CoinsPoint, all you have to do is log in to your Coins account. It's all integrated now. So your app and the website are integrated now. Whereas before, no, I think before Coins Pro was just purely on website, and then Coins app is our convert function. Now we released this year that Coins Pro is integrated now with the app, and it also integrates our convert function. So I'll go through this web page with you guys. So basically, Coins Pro, what I'm showing you is Coins Pro. All of our trading, all of the available tokens and coins are on the left hand of your screen. Those with fire are newly listed tokens. If you follow our social media accounts, this is actually we list tokens on a regular basis, no, almost weekly. We listed Alice this week, 2 weeks ago. And then you will also notice here tokens or coins that we do not charge any fees. So zero fee. So that means that we do not charge any trading fees for USDC and PHP trading pairs. No? You can also see, so this is PHP. What's advantageous here's the Coins Pro is you can trade using PHP pair. So it removes any foreign exchange risk. No? So, sometimes a dollar would go up because of interest rates. So it's going to be difficult for us because you trade on PHP pairs. You remove entirely the foreign exchange risk. Having said that, we also have USDT pairs also, but it's limited lang to large cap tokens, Ethereum, BTC, SLP, SHIB, BCH. Large cap and some tokens that we see a lot of our users utilize. So SLP and SHIB actually. This is actually is our chart trading view. So here I did several mock. I'm not an expert like Toma, but you have the ability to use the functionalities of TradingView here. So if you want specific indicators, just put it here. We do have a lot of indicators, so you can just put here. What I usually use is ATR and RSI as indicators. And then, so you can 12 hours, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. So just the usual trading experience with TradingView. We also have limit order and market order and stop limit. So what's interesting here is this is directly integrated with your wallet balance. So you can just move this toggle here. So ang balance ko lang dito sa wallet na to, this is my demo account, is 11,000. So all you have to do is move the slider to 100%. It's actually quite useful if you're managing your portfolio. So sabi mo lang na, I only want 10% of my portfolio on Bitcoin. No? You can also move it higher depending on your risk appetite or your trading strategy. And then it automatically you just have to click buy and then sell. Limit order, you guys already know this more than this is a usual parlance in trading. So you just have to put the price, the limit price, and then it will just execute it. It will be based on the order. So if you use a limit order, your trade might be partially adjusted. Market order as well. Stop limit. You can also knock stop limits on Coins Pro. Here is the order book. So sell and buy. The last trade. Um, what's also interesting sa Coins Pro is you can also only sell what you have. So integrated na rin siya here. So I only have here around 9,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin. So that's the how much I'll be able to sell. No? And then quick buy and sell. So if you don't want to go through the Coins Pro, which is our order book exchange, you can just buy directly from us, from our inventory. So this is where you can look into our buy crypto and sell crypto. It's much easier interface. No? Currently, we have about 50 trading pairs, and I'm inviting everyone to start your trading journey with Coins Pro. No? And now you get to access 50 trading pairs, the best rates across licensed exchanges, easy cash in. Because we have an e-wallet, e-wallet license, you can cash in with 70 plus banks, e-wallets, and OTC partners. We do not have any trading limits. It's integrated to your KYC limit. All you have to do is to be level 2, KYC level 2. So that's just providing your ID, and now you don't have any limits in trading once you have KYC level 2. Safety and security is the most important thing. We are regulated by the Central Bank of the Philippines. So your assets are backed 1:1. Actually, mas stricto pa yan sa banko. Whatever you have here has its own balance sheet equivalent on our side, and we are regularly audited by BSP actually on a quarterly basis. And just this month, we have a special promo. We have zero trading fees when you trade USDT and USDC pairs. Makita niyo yan dito sa left side. And then, plus for this group, sa mga ka-Investa, we are offering 20% discount on trading fees. So all you have to do is get the referral link of Investagram. And if you're part of the Investagram community, just sign up using that. And then you get 20% discount on trading fees. We run recurring promos, ETH airdrop. We also run buy BTC, earn BTC campaigns. So follow our social media accounts. You might be one of our next winners. Nag-trade ka lang, nanalo ka pa, right? So Coins Pro, go check our app, sign up using the affiliate link of Investagram.
Yun, there we go. So guys, again, if you want to sign up for Coins Pro, the link is pinned in the comment section. So I think this is a great way to kind of wrap everything up. But Miss Jen, before I let you go, of course, una muna, thank you so much for your time for joining us here tonight. And to everyone in the audience, if you learned something new today, if this stream added value to you in your crypto trading journey, guys, comment naman kayo ng thank you, Miss Jen. So, ma'am, just wanted to ask, before I let you go, do you have any final message para sa mga ka-investa natin na nanonood ngayong gabi?
Hodl lang. Hodl means hold lang. And start your crypto journey with coins.
Yan, okay, short and sweet. So yan, dumarating na yung mga thank you. So again, Ms. Jen, thank you so much for your time. And of course to the Coins.pH team for this opportunity and para sa giveaway, no, para sa audience natin. So Ms. Jen, I will be taking over from here. Thank you again. So ang daming comments. Thank you. And I will be doing the final giveaway para sa live viewers natin. Ms. Jen, again, maraming salamat.
Thank you for having us, Toma and Investa.
All right. So thank you. Now it's just me. So let me just take it out. Okay. So again, the team from Coins.pH, thank you so much. Miss Jen, thank you again. So yan, dami nagko-comment. Nice. Thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. But of course, di pa tayo tapos. So we're still gonna be giving away from Coins, 1,000 pesos worth of BTC for 3 winners na nag-share ng stream earlier. So I have the names. Let me just share the Wheel of Names app. There we go. Okay, give me a sec. Hirap mag-back end tsaka front end na sabay. Okay. So guys, okay. Simulan na natin. Let's call on our first winner dahil nag-participate ka at shinare mo yung stream. So our first winner, congratulations to, how do you pronounce his name? Bridget Baraudan. Bridget, congratulations. Panalo ka ng 1,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin from Coins. So, I'll remove your name. Let's call on, pamain na lang if nandyan ka pa. Let's call on the second winner. So, for our second winner, congratulations to Sky. So, Sky, congratulations. Panalo ka ng 1,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin from Coins.ph. Okay, game. Final winner, good luck. For our final winner ng 1,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin, congratulations to, ito palagi yung nanonood ng live. I think first time lang manalo. Magsimula ka, this is someone from YouTube, I think. Hindi, Facebook to. Pero ayun, okay. So congratulations to our winners. Para sa mga nanalo, kindly message us. We have a list naman. We'll contact you then, but kindly message us directly. So we can help, so we can give you guys the instructions on how you can claim your 1,000 pesos worth of Bitcoin from Coins.ph. So again guys, maraming salamat, and of course to our guest again, Miss Jen and Coins, thank you so much for your time. And ayun, we'll be, so pang ilang week na to nagla-live kami ng street, pang 5th week na ata. So of course we're gonna be going live again next week. Right, and next time this time we focus majority on, actually totally on the crypto markets. Next week we're gonna do all the markets as usual, and hopefully Berio will join us as well, and maybe someone else. So yun lang guys, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. As always, we really appreciate you guys being here. And siguro one plug lang from us, the Investa Summit is happening. I don't have the poster on this. Okay. But yeah, the Investa Summit, alam mo na yan, Investa Summit is happening in a month. And just head over to investagrams.com/Investa Summit to get your tickets or to see more about the event. So, solid the speaker lineups namin. There's also like 2, 3, or 4 speakers pa na ilalabas pa namin next week. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. And to all the attendees, lalo na sa mga VIP sa mag-a-attend dun sa live in-person event, our team is excited to see you and excited to provide value to you guys. Of course, sa mga pupunta lang sa online event, we're also excited to be with you guys virtually, right? Pero 3 years na tayo virtual so magandang magsama na tayo. Ayun. So again, thank you guys. Maraming salamat. I'll be ending the stream here. And stay safe. Umuulan, sana di na umulan bukas para hindi traffic. So I'll end the stream here. Maraming salamat and good night. Coins Pro, by the way, again, in the comment section, your name. Thank you.